Remember a few minutes ago I mentioned we were going to explore a coral reef. Well, this is our coral reef. Jimmy just sprinkled paper clips all over the floor. What's this about?
The paper clips sort of represent animals that might be living in the coral reef, and we're going to look at some of the methods that a scientist would use to study and to count how many animals are in that particular area that they're studying.
So, Jimmy, how do we study this reef?
Well, Richard, there are three methods, and we're going to simulate two of those methods today. The first method is called the mobile time method. Ladies, what you're going to do is I'm going to give you 3 minutes, and in those 3 minutes you are to walk around anywhere inside the square area, and you are to count as many of all the different colors as you can within that 3-minute time period. And you know, doing this on some sort of paved surface, if you were outside, you could also use Fruit Loops. That way, if you ended up leaving some of them outside, you wouldn't be contaminating the area that you were doing the study in.
Feed the birds.
Exactly.
Now, the object here is to count as many as you can in the time frame?
Exactly.
So speed is the test here.
Exactly. Okay, very good, Marcia and Pearlie. What did you find out?
Jimmy, I think Marcia did an excellent job. We had 23 blue, 5 red, 28 yellow, 10 pink, 12 green, 10 orange, 28 white, and 7 black.
Very good. If you notice, Marcia was just sort of randomly walking around. That's the purpose of this whole activity, is so that you get a random count for the number of creatures that you find in your area.
Okay, we're back at our coral reef now. Nothing's been changed, nothing's been moved, but we've come up with another way, a second way, to survey what's here.
That's right, Richard. We're going to use what's called the transect method. In the transect method, gentlemen, you're going to take a rope, and the activity calls for it to be a 3-meter rope, but we're just going to sort of guess here and just use a sample. You're going to lay this rope anywhere in the sampling area, and you want to make sure that it's straight. Then you're going to take a ruler, 2 rulers, and you're going to stay within a foot of the rope on both sides, and you're going to count each of the colors along that rope, staying within a foot of each side.
Now, Jimmy, this time it's not timed.
Exactly. They have as much time as they would like.
It'll be interesting to see how this compares with the first method. Okay, so our counting is done, and now we can compare the two methods, Jimmy.
That's right, Richard. What did y'all find out?
We found out that the majority were the yellow ones and the white ones. So we had 20 and 17. And the other group, theirs were also with the high majority was 28 yellow and the 28 white.
That's interesting. So you found that the largest number, the color that had the largest number was the same with the other group as it was with your group.
Correct.
And Jimmy, you mentioned there's a third way to do this.
Yes, Richard, there is. There is a third method for sampling, and it's called the quadrant method. And what you do is you take a square, maybe take 4 meter sticks and connect them together in a square, and you lay that square somewhere down inside your sampling area, and then also count how many of each color are inside that square. And that method, you're not timed as well. They have as much time as they'd like.